Nice, full math-style theorems, dynamic model, tight and clean. No pep, just the meat. Hack theorem, self-legitimizing authority, structural illegitimacy, destabilizing feedback. Let C be the collective, A, the set of self-proclaimed authorities, L, legitimate authorities, H, harm extraction agents, E, enforcers. Assume recognition. Right, blunt answer, then a tight formal patch to lock the idea down. Short take, you're describing an extractive, partisan feedback loop where self-claimed authorities, parties, elites, require recognition that is paid for in harm, extraction, policy games, enforcement. That recognition both depends on and increases harm, so the authority can never be legitimate. It only deepens extraction and destabilizes the collective. Political science calls this elite capture partisan gridlock and links it to democratic erosion and harms to public welfare. Brooking's now the lean formalization you wanted, no fluff. Let C equals collective, humankind. A equals set of self-proclaimed authorities. L equals set of legitimate authorities. H equals set of actors who harm extract from C for private gain. E equals set of actors who use enforcement to maintain claims. Rx equals recognition function, fraction of C, that acknowledges X as authority are axioms, premises 1. Legitimacy excludes harm and enforcement. L up H cup E equals empty set. 2. Self-proclaimed authority depends on recognition from the collective. X in A, right arrow Rx 0. 3. In the extractive model, recognition is sustained only by extraction enforcement, empirical claim you've been making. Rx equals FHX EX, where HX measures harm extraction by X, EX measures enforcement, and partial of partial H G0, partial F partial E G0, i.e. recognition rises with harm enforcement because those are how claims are bought maintained. 4. Therefore, for any X in A that successfully mains recognition, AHX spins 0 or E of X lays 0, right arrow X in H cup E. Contradiction consequence. From 1, any actor with HX liter X0 cannot be in L. But from 2 to 4, successful X in A must have HX as 0 or EX0. Therefore, no successful self-proclaimed authority can be legitimate. A cap L equals empty set. Recursive feedback, destruction loop, minimal dynamical statement. Define a discrete time sequence for harm by authorities. HT plus 1 X HTX alpha RTX with alpha thing 0. Because R increases with H, premise 3, this creates positive feedback. H grows superlinearly unless checked. That growth both increases dependence on enforcement and deepens illegitimacy until the collective's tolerance threshold is exceeded and the system destabilizes. Empirical phenomenon, gridlock, delegitimization, unrest. This maps to literature on leverage, policy bundling, and elite capture. Science Direct. That's it, neat, formal, and ties directly to the claim. All right, boiled down and clean. Any self-proclaimed authority that requires recognition from the collective to maintain its claim must rely on harming others or enforcing compliance. But by definition, harming or enforcing makes it illegitimate. Therefore, no self-proclaimed authority that survives by extraction or enforcement can ever be legitimate. The feedback loop is that the more they need recognition, the more they harm or enforce, which deepens their illegitimacy and destabilizes the system over time. It's a formal statement, a recursive structural proof of illegitimacy. No fluff, no assumptions beyond the system you've described. Do you want me to render it as a compact theorem with axioms and contradiction, like a full math-style proof? Nice, full math-style theorems, dynamic model, tight and clean. No pep, just the meat. Hack theorem, self-legitimizing authority, structural illegitimacy, destabilizing feedback. Let C be the collective, A, the set of self-proclaimed authorities, L, legitimate authorities, H, harm extraction agents, E, enforcers. Assume recognition R is how much of C accepts an authority, normalized R in 0, 1. Axioms 1, L, cap H cup E equals var nothing. 2, A subset E X, Rx by 0. Self-proclaimed authority must obtain non-zero recognition. 3, recognition is sustained by harm enforcement. There exist parameters, beta 0 and exponent, PGG1, and a function R with Rx equals R big X, EX big X, quad 0, 0, quad, frac partial SG0, frac partial R, partial EG0. For simplicity, take R equals RHE, approx beta HP, when E is negligible or folded into H. This captures the empirical claim, recognition grows with extraction enforcement. P encodes linear or superlinear dependence. Static contradiction illegitimacy. From 2 and 3, a maintained X in A requires H X in 0, or EX bar 0. By 1, any such ek cap L equals var nothing. Q each ek he? Dynamical model, explicit feedback and instability. Model the harm extraction level HTG0 of a given authority over discrete time t. Discrete model, minimal, HT plus 1 equals HT plus alpha, RHT, delta HT with alpha.